aka RPG a day número dos. RPG a day number 2. What do I look for in a RPG, role playing game? That is not entirely easy to answer. I have a vast scope of interests, and depending on the interest, um, will guide what I'm looking for. In general, I love to see um, I love to see a role playing game that's easily referenceable. Um, one where you can go in our digital age with all these PDFs, where you can easily navigate the book in such a way where there's ever a question of rules. It doesn't take 5 minutes to flip through the book or to scroll through. A couple of clicks, and you're there. That's one thing that I really enjoy. Even with physical copies of books, when they have a color coding on the edge of the pages that you can almost see even when the book is closed, to make it a little bit easier to navigate, I enjoy that as well. That's one of the things that I look for. Um, Other than that, I really enjoy an RPG. What I look for in an RPG is something that has a vibe to it, where the rules help to sell a sort of feeling, right? Um, like Legend of the Five Rings is a good example. It has a specific vibe, a specific feeling, and all of its rules are designed towards that end, that vibe, that feeling. I was talking about Fate this morning. Not Fate, but like Fate Worlds, where they go a little bit more in depth and add a little bit more complexity to the Fate rules. I enjoy Fate Worlds. Fate Worlds for that reason, like Gods and Monsters, really sells that feeling of, you are this all-powerful being who, your actions, whether they be intentional or not, affect mortals on an enormous scale. It sells that feeling. So that's also one thing I look for in an RPG, and RPGs that are designed in a way where even their subsystems take the primary system, into account. Something that, where a rule doesn't appear just once. If there's several rules about something, uh, and they're all 100% different, it gets a little chaotic. I've played systems like that. I've lived in systems like that for a while, but when when something reflects, that's really what I look for, and I don't feel like I find too much of. It's why it's one of my design goals to make sure that even when I'm creating subsystems for a rule set, that these subsystems have, at least in part, a way to gel well together with what's going on, and ultimately harmonize rather than take you out of what you're doing. But yeah, that's what I look for in an RPG. Again, I don't want these to be too long, so I am going to shut up. Bye bye.